7 wins from 7 from Jurgen Klopp and Liverpool, ladies and gents. Liverpool have gone to Sheffield United and beaten Chris Wilder's men by 1-0 to remain perfect, unbeaten, magnificent, whatever you want to call it, at the top of the Premier League. It's actually 16 wins now in a row from 16 for Liverpool and Jurgen Klopp. It wasn't the greatest of performances, but you know what? As I always say, the history books don't give a shit about levels of performance. The history books will show that Liverpool have won, are unbeaten, kept a clean sheet, are top of the Premier League. I don't know what else to say. I couldn't be any happier. Yes, we'll go through the game. Yes, we'll talk about who your man of the match was. Yes, we'll pick it apart and we'll see what we should have done better. But you know what? What's most important here, ladies and gents, is that we got the 3 points. It wasn't the greatest. It was nerve-wracking. But you know what? 7 wins from 7. We are perfect. I love saying that. We're perfect. And it's true. The performance might have been perfect, but the points are perfect. Hard game, said Callum. Heyo, said Rod. Hello to everybody. We played poor, but come on, you Red, said Jack KW12. 3 points in the bag, said LFC Killian. Oh my God, Red, said Jay Silver. Adrian was brilliant today, said Bernadette Farrell. He's been pretty damn good all the way through since he's come in to cover, hasn't he? Did Hendo score? No, it was Gini Wijnaldum that scored. Cam Vlogs is in. How are you, mate? Matip, man of the match for me, said Trev. He played well. The only thing about Matip was he had a few misplaced passes in the first half, but I suppose that's going to happen when you're trying to make things happen, isn't it? Neil Gordon said, that made me sweat, I'm not going to lie. Craig, you said Kepa, just correcting you. Did I? When? During the game? When did I say Kepa? Either way, I don't care if it was Kepa, Henderson, Matip, whoever the fuck's name I said. When did I say Kepa? When did I say Kepa? You've thrown me off there completely. Anyway, it doesn't matter. The Reds won. Sheffield United with their own victims, basically, of their own downfall. Henderson's going to have nightmares about that, as in their goalkeeper, Henderson. He did make up for it with a good save from Mohamed Salah later on in the game. And they had the chances. There's no point in denying it. They had a great chance there. I'm just watching the replay now. It was a wonderful ball played across the 6-yard box that their centre forward got on the end of, but just couldn't keep it down and it went over the bar. Scruffy, so what, said Rod. And you're right, mate. I don't care if it was scruffy either. What's your ratings for the players? That's a good... Do you know what? Let's start doing this. I need to do this more. Right, Adrian, I'm going to give a solid 7.5 to because I thought he was decent. Trent, 7. Van Dijk and Matip, probably give them both a 7. Robertson, give him Robbo a 6.5. I don't think it was his greatest game. Henderson, probably a 6. I don't think he did too much today. Didn't do too much wrong either. Gini Wijnaldum, 7. Fabinho, 7.5. I thought Fabinho was actually really good. Some of his defensive work today was outstanding as tracking back. Mane wasn't his best day today. Going to give him a 6. Mohamed Salah, 6.5. Bobby Firmino, a 7. Who's my man of the match? Probably Fabinho. I'll probably give it to Fabinho. I thought that his tracking back was excellent. I thought he provided cover when we needed it. Actually, do you know what, I'm being harsh on Robertson because didn't he make a brilliant, or Robbo, he made a brilliant last ditch tackle to block a Sheffield United shot. So I'm going to up Robbo's to a 7. I should have been fairer there. I forgot about that brilliant last ditch diving tackle that he made to deflect that shot that was probably going in. John Matip, what a player. My man of the match had Wayne Clark. I thought we should have had 2 easy goals in the first half, said Trev. The 3 points count the most, said Debbie. Debbie, I absolutely agree with you, my friend. It's all about putting the points on the board. And as I keep saying, the record books won't show that Liverpool didn't play great today, but it will show that Liverpool got the 3 points. Joshua said, hi Craig, I got a ticket at the very top of the main stand to the Salzburg game. I can't wait. Enjoy it. And I've no doubt that you will, Joshua, mate. Anfield on the European night, it's always brilliant, mate. We need to get the 3 points against Salzburg. I believe that we will. I also think it's going to be a good game of football because Salzburg will come to play. How was that not a penalty? Said Leeds, you'll never walk alone. I have no idea, mate. I've got no idea. To be fair, my first initial impression was this could have been anything, not really sure. But upon seeing the replays, you can see Mane got the touch and then he got clattered into, and it should have been a penalty. Again, you'll question VAR. Thankfully, it didn't come to haunt us at this moment in time. I think I agree with you. It should have been a penalty, but it wasn't a penalty. VAR didn't want to overrule the referee, or didn't think that there was enough there to overrule the referee, and as we're probably going to say numerous occasions during this season, we've got to accept that decision. Thankfully, we went on, we got the win. Genie had a bit of it was a lucky shot, but as I said the other day, if you don't buy a ticket, you don't win the raffle. And Genie took a shot from distance, and just like happened to James Milner, when he took a shot from distance, it bounced off the keeper's arms and went in. What's the point of VAR, said Neil Gordon. I think a lot of clubs will be asking that, mate, as the season goes on. It seems like the Premier League have brought it in with a ridiculous threshold of when it's actually going to be used. And it just seems like they don't want to overrule the referees ever. And we can talk about this from the point of view of that effect that hasn't affected the game. We've gone and we've won and we've got the 3 points. But it was ridiculous. It should have been a penalty. There is no doubt about that. It should have been a penalty. Mark Henley thinks the same. How did VAR not make that a penalty? How many more wins to get the record of consecutive Premier League wins? The record, Mike, stands at 18, held by Manchester City. Liverpool currently have 16 wins in a row, mate, in the Premier League. 2 more to go. Be a very difficult game coming up next week against Leicester City, and then after that there's a little international break, I believe, and Manchester United will be the 18th game. What else have we got? This is what champions are made of, said Sean Chow. 100% agree. It's not all about going out and beating teams 8-0. Yeah, Manchester City looked damn good when they beat Watford 8-0, but still 3 points. Liverpool went to Sheffield United today. Didn't play great. Didn't really get out of third gear. And you know what? Still left with 3 points. And that is the most important thing here. I think Henderson gets man of the match because of that amazing strike, said Evil Nadez. Henderson. It was Genie. Why do people keep saying Henderson? Might try 4-2-3-1 with Origi up top, said Vanch. Storm Thomas said VAR equals offside. That seems to be about the only thing it's being used for, mate. Who was worse, Jordan or Dean Henderson? Well, it's got to be Dean, mate. Dean cost him the match. Wasn't Jordan Henderson's best performance? He does a lot. He covers a lot of ground. But look, it wasn't just Hendo today that wasn't on form for us. We didn't get out of third gear, as I've said, but I don't really mind that. Yeah, I moaned during the game. Yeah, I was nervous like everybody else. And yes, I'm going to shout and scream and say obscenities. But at the end of the day, 3 points is 3 points is 3 points. David Newell said a win no matter what, how ugly it was, how badass Salah got to play to be subbed off. I think Salah and Mane weren't great today, mate. Either of them, if I'm being honest. Bobby, he was doing what Bobby does, linking up, closing down. Salah and Mane both should have got on the score sheet today. Salah had a good opportunity in the second half, 1-on-1 with Henderson, and Henderson made a good save. Sadio Mane hit the post and then absolutely blasted one over as well in the first half. So, yeah, it just wasn't their day. But it's going to happen, mate. It's going to happen. And as I've always said, I don't care who scores the goals. I just want the Reds to pick up the points. Craig Bandit trolls that can't spell. Well, most of them can't spell, to be fair. It was Watford. It means almost nothing, said John Hamilton, with regards to Manchester City. For us, all we can do is keep going and ticking those boxes and picking up those 3 points. We won 6 in a row to start the last season. We're now 7 in a row to start to this season. It's great. I'm not going to lie. I'm absolutely beaming inside. The nervousness of me with these 12:30 kickoffs, I never like them. It always makes me nervous. I never feel like we show up in them. But we got the job done. And we move on towards Salzburg on Wednesday in the Champions League. And then a very tricky game against Leicester City next weekend. Pressure on Manchester City now. I can see a draw, said Pep Fraudiola. Fabinho was good, said Storm Thomas. I thought he was very good today as well, but a lot of people seem to be going for Joel Matip for their man of the match. Joanne Fisher said didn't watch, but we're still top of the league. Yeah, it's all about that, mate, isn't it? I see they're bringing in the referee now, Peter Walton, I can see on BT, to talk about the possible incident of a penalty, and I can't hear what he's saying because I don't have my audio on, but you know what, I am going to pause it so I can watch it back later on. If anybody is listening to BT and can let me know what Peter Walton is saying about that penalty incident, please do. Hey Craig, how did the match go and who scored? The match went okay, Jaden. It wasn't the greatest performance. Genie scored with a massive bit of help from the Sheffield United goalkeeper Henderson. Nicholas reckons Adrian man of the match. He's been brilliant, hasn't he? Nicholas, he's been brilliant since he's come in as cover for Alisson. Karen Weaver said Craig, and just think Alisson is back soon as well. And Karen, Naby is working his way back to fitness. He got a good 60 minutes in during the week against the MK Dons. And we'll probably see Naby Keita on Wednesday against Salzburg, his former club, let's not forget. Obviously he had a club after that, but that was the club I think he started his European career with, I believe. David Newell said at the end of the day we'd all take 38 points, 1-0 scored by own goals. If it happens, we're league champions. Exactly. It's just about picking up the 3 points. Tony O'Sullivan says Jurgi time, 6 Champions League trophies, 6 of the best, Tony, my friend. Peter Walton's an absolute clown, said Arnold. I gather he's saying it wasn't a penalty or the referee. I don't know. Has a referee yet in the Premier League gone to the side of the pitch to look at a monitor to have a look at any of these decisions? I mean, what's the point in having them there? Or what's the point in having VAR if they're not going to correct what was a clear error? Where's yellow card against Adrian, said Rod. Yeah, it was very harsh for time wasted, mate, I thought. But maybe the referee gave it because he gave one to the Sheffield United left back earlier on for blocking off Henderson from being able to chase down the ball to give it back to the keeper when it was at 0-0. Not good for the hemorrhoids, said Storm Thomas. Well, my hemorrhoids aren't existent. And why are they, you might add? Because I've got this beautiful, lovely, comfortable leather chair to sit on, Storm. Courtesy of Serendipity Furniture, who we will be helping to big up through the whole month of October. Craig, when I said Henderson got man of the match, I meant Dean Henderson. Sorry, mate. It's hard to... Even I was making that mistake during commentary when I was trying to describe Henderson. I had to keep making up it was Jordan Henderson or if it was Dean Henderson. Either way, yeah, why not? Give it to him. And the fact that he's a United player on loan just makes it all the sweeter, doesn't it? Peter Walton said it was a penalty. There you go. It was a penalty. So good to hear that. Walton said it was a penalty. Said Jay. I'm on driving, so I want to watch your channel show, said Oro Tube. Thank you very much, mate. I hope you get a chance to watch it. If you're driving though, mate, don't watch us when you're driving. I don't want you to crash. I want you to be safe. So maybe watch it when you get home or pull over. But either way, I want you to be safe, buddy, first and foremost. Actually, do you think Adrian's form will make it hard for Alisson to get his place back? I honestly don't, Mike, if I'm being honest. Adrian's been brilliant, but Alisson is, well, technically he's now the world's best goalkeeper, or definitely the FIFA best goalkeeper of the year. So, I mean, he will come back in and rightfully take his place, I believe. John Hamilton's put the link in there for Serendipity if anyone wants to have a look at these chairs or ask Serendipity about making them their own chair, because they can make them in any colour. They're embroidering. They can put, just get in contact with Paul and Beth and they will talk you through it. Mention us and you'll get a massive discount as well. As I said, we're going to spend the entirety of October helping Serendipity Furniture and bringing their wares to the world. We're also working with Football Index, ladies and gents. There is a link in the description below. If you do want to sign up to Football Index, please do use that link, because if you use that link, sign up and deposit £20 to your account, Football Index will match that and give you £20, so you will be doubling your investment there, and that will give you more opportunity to go and invest in shares in footballers. So let me know how you get on if you do use it. I have to point out it's a gambling product. It is for UK and Irish residents only, and you have to be 18 plus to take part. But everyone that does sign up and deposit that £20 does help the channel. So please do go and check it out. Hope City drop points today, said Ayub Taki. I can't see it happening. I'm with you, mate. I'd love it to happen. I'd love them to perhaps pip a draw there at Everton, but it's Everton. Do you know what I mean? They're pretty shit, mate. Did I like Dublin winning the All-Ireland? Of course. 5 in a row. You gotta love it. Karen Weaver said, the only time I want the Blue Noses to do us a favour, I want them to beat City. Yeah, of course. I mean, it's hard to ever want Everton or United to win, but anybody taking points off City will benefit us, but I can't see it happening, ladies and gents, if I'm being honest. Keep me up to date with who your man of the match was for today, ladies and gents, and let's keep bragging about 7 out of 7, 21 points in 21, 16 wins in a row. Give Dean the Pushkas award for that goal, said Evil Nadez. Adrian is a blessing. Could you imagine if Mignolet was in? Makes me shiver, said North Red. I will have to say I was very happy when I heard that when Mignolet was moving on and he got his move to Bruges, fair play to him. I was happy when I heard Adrian was going to come in as the backup, because he is Premier League proven. I mean, he's not the greatest goalkeeper in the world, but you know what? He's putting in very good performances for us. And as Queven Kelleher did, by the way, during the week against MK Dons, I thought he was magnificent. Daryl reckons Virgil van Dijk was his man of the match. VVD for Casper as well. We've got a tough run of games coming up, said Dara. We do. We're kind of midway through that tough run of games, Dara, mate. Leicester City coming up, Salzburg during the week, and then of course a little international break, and then we've got a massive game against Manchester United at Old Trafford that would be the game that would equal the record with Manchester City. If we were to beat Leicester next week, it would roll on to that game against United for number 18. I hope Neverton can at least get a point today to stay relevant, said Maverick. Adrian, another shrewd signing from Klopp, said Bernadette Farrell. And Popeye Doyle said, these are the games Liverpool have to dig deep. Exactly, mate. Exactly. We're not going to be able to be at our brilliant best all the time. And grinding out these wins and keeping clean sheets are what champions do, dare I say it. And nothing wrong with a 1-0 win, mate. Nothing wrong with it at all. Clean sheets, a goal from midfield. I don't care if the front three don't score. I don't care if they're not top scorers. I keep saying it. It's all about the club. It's all about Liverpool. And you can't get any better than 7 from 7. Who do I think will win the FAI Cup? Rovers, I think, mate. I watched the game last night. I didn't get to see all of it because I was streaming, but especially after Bowes had a man sent off, you could see that Rovers were going to go on and win it. Hey man, ladies and gents, cracking channel. Keep up the good work, said Shari. Thank you so much, Shari. I really appreciate your kind words. And if anybody is enjoying the stream like Shari, please do remember to hit that subscribe button and give the stream a thumbs up. We're heading towards 23,000 subscribers. 25 will be 1/4 of the way towards that YouTube award that we so desperately want to get to when you reach 100,000 subscribers. So every single one of your subscriptions helps, ladies and gents. The numbers won't tick over like they used to because YouTube have changed the way that they show their live subscriber counts. It only changes every 100 subscribers. But that doesn't mean that your subscription doesn't make a difference to us. It really does. So please do hit that button. I don't know how many times I screamed "Bring on Milner," said Gaming Guy. It worked though. He got on, mate, so he must have been listening to you. Origi looks good, said Yassar. I think Dog is happy that I was picking Rovers for the Cup. Craig created Watchalong for the Manchester City game later. Nah, man, I'm going to relax for the rest of the day. I've pretty much been working non-stop since we've come home from Florida. And I'll be taking the week off for the international break after the Leicester game as well. So, yeah, because I'm going to Tenerife with the family for a week. So, looking forward to that. So, I'm going to keep working my little backside off. But I won't be able to do watch long of the City game because I have to spend time with the family, mates. You know what I mean? Have to bring the kids swimming and all that. Silva's job is on the line. Let's hope Everton respond because they're up against the champs. They won't, but I hope that they do. Origi brought energy when he came on, said Gaming Guy. He did. He absolutely did, mate. And you could see how full of confidence Divock was. There was one particular instance where he was in the penalty area left-hand side. Really quick footwork, little step over and drag the ball at the same time to create a yard, get a strike away. It wasn't on target now, but he did. He looked bright and he occupied that left-hand side, which allowed Sadio to drift and kind of float across the line a little bit and find more space. Good night, said Rod. Thank you, mate, and enjoy the rest of your, weekend. So it'll be Sunday you're going into over there. I predict 4 own goals for Manchester City, said Bernadette. Fook, the Carabao Cup. Waste of time, clogging nuisance come January, February, said North Red. If it gives us a chance, though, mate, to blood some of those younger players when we get to see the likes of Harvey Elliott, Curtis Jones, Keanu Hoover, Quiveen Kelleher, Ryan Brewster, put in the type of performances that they have, mate, it can only be a good thing, surely. I'll never praise Matip before a game again. He was poor, said Dara. A lot of the people in our chat, Dara, gave him man of the match. I thought Fabinho deserves man of the match. Some other people were going for Virgil van Dijk. I thought Matip in the first half was a little bit sloppy with some of his passing, but you can't argue with clean sheets. And that's what it's about at the end of the day. You keep a clean sheet, you score one, you win the game. And we did that today, so wasn't the best performance all around, but it doesn't really matter. You just got to love the 3 points. Maverick said, yes, Craig, make sure you take your much needed rest throughout the season. Yeah, particularly over the last 3-4 weeks, mate. Mentally, it's been very draining for me with the abuse and stuff that we've received. So that week away with the family, I'm really looking forward to it. But there's still lots of time, lots of streams to go before that. Craig, I did say a half-time was a game for Origi, said Neil Anthony. Ace Govender said, we need to be aware of teams who come out and play their best against us. 7 a.m. in Vancouver and Canada. What dedication, mate. I can only imagine. I know some guys in America as well. I think over in the LA in that area were up at like 4:30 to watch that game today, which just shows the dedication of Liverpool fans around the world. I'm forever saying it. I absolutely adore you guys, and the admiration, the respect, the dedication that you guys put in is nuts. Liverpool loyalists. Oh yes, I forgot. We have switched off super chats. We have switched off ads, but those little dancing emoji things, whatever they are, we're unable to switch them off for some reason, so they are still available there, like a super chat type of thing. It says hey you right back. We can't switch them off. We don't know how. We've tried, we can't figure out a way. It's 12 a.m. in Australia, said Bonzi. 12 a.m, so midnight. Saturday night though, should still be partying, mate. Hopefully you're having a few beers, relaxing and enjoying yourself. You stopped the whole donations. We did, but we couldn't switch them off. They're the only thing that we couldn't switch off from our end. Moral of the story, said Dara, our midfield players have to shoot more. Yeah, I agree. Millie did it, mate, and he scored. Genie did it today, and he scored. So I think your moral of the story is spot on there. What else we got? Craig, you better be humming the Genie song all day today. I did sing it at the end of the stream, but you know what? Just for you, mate. Genie one yaldum. Genie one yaldum. I fucking love Genie. I absolutely love him. How am I today, Liam Barr? I am excellent, mate. Really, really good. All the better because Liverpool have picked up 3 points away from home. It's Julie's birthday, said Domestic Butler on Thursday, so taking her out tonight for a meal and a few drinks. And rightly so. Rightly so. I know how hard you guys work, Carl. So I hope yourself and Julie can go out and have a magnificent evening tonight. Relax, let your hair down. I don't know if you have any hair. I'm sure she does. Enjoy yourselves and have a wonderful time. And I hope you have a great evening, mate, because you deserve it. I know how hard you work. Craig, will you stream tomorrow or today? I will be streaming tomorrow, mate. We'll be back with a late night agenda at 9:30 tomorrow, where we'll be able to cover basically all the games that have happened during the week. Monday night then we'll be going streaming after the United Arsenal game, and Brian Morrissey will be joining me for a section of Monday night stream as well, because we'll be doing our Fantasy Premier League monthly roundup. Don't forget, whoever's top of that league come the end of the month will get a t-shirt from Blood Husky, so we'll be covering that on Monday night as well. Genie trying to get his FIFA ratings up to 90, said Maverick. Kelleher has talent but lacks physicality. He's still young though, lols. He'll still keep filling out, mate. But he does look like a decent keeper. I have to say he does. I know I'm absolutely fucking biased because I'm Irish, and he's a Liverpool player, so I'm probably doubly biased on that. But I do like seeing young keepers get a chance, and he didn't let himself down at all. He took that chance. Liverpool loyalist said AA need donations. We really don't, mate. We don't. That's why we switched off the ads and the super chats and stuff. But we are working with Football Index, as I've said many times before. And if you do want to support the channel, that's the way I would suggest that you do it. You have to be over the age of 18 and UK or Irish resident. But as I keep saying, hit that link below. Deposit 20 quid to your Football Index account when you sign up, and I'll give you 20 quid free within 24 hours. And just think of all the shares you can buy in fantastic players like Mason Mount, Trent Alexander-Arnold. Maybe, do you know what I was talking about with Connor on this? It might be worth looking at the players that are injured and could be out long term. So Leroy Sané, as an example, somebody who you could look at investing in, and long term that will pay off for you. I've been quite clever with my portfolio on Football Index. I've tried to spread it out as much as I can. A lot of young players, a lot of up and coming players. I'm not somebody that really goes for the big boys in here. I like to think long term with my investments on there. But however you guys do, whatever way you use it, please do let me know, because I like to know that people are enjoying these things, and we don't work with many companies like that, but we did want to give it a bash for Football Index this year. So again, thank you for your support, but do click that link below. Dean Henderson, I want to know, will you save a goal? Craig, please for me. What's the tune to that one? I can't think of the tune, even a day, sorry, but I always like to sing. Why not? Debbie Scale said boss video, really appreciate that, Debbie, thank you. Great win. Sheffield were rabid, Craig, but job done. 3 points, said Gary Richards. 3 o'clock kickoff game. What one is everybody watching? It's a Domestic Butler. I can't remember what one is being shown here, mate, in Ireland. It might be the Spurs game, but I could be wrong. I know next Saturday, for instance, in Ireland, we can watch the Liverpool-Leicester game live on Premier Sports, which is absolutely class. Roberta, how are you, sir? Welcome in. Kelleher will be great for us and the future of Ireland. Keep her lit, said North Red. Lovely Irish phrase there, mate. I love it. Keep her lit. Sorry, can't stay long. Second half is kicking off, said Roberto. What's the score, mate, in the Juve game? It was 0-0 at 25 minutes gone last I checked, but I haven't had a chance to check yet. So if you get a chance, Roberto, do whack the score in there for me. Sorry, Craig, not being here every time because of school. Never any need to apologise, JDB. School is important, mate, and I hope you take it importantly. Diet Chav, says Gary. I'll double it up for you, Gary. Look at that, mate. Double Chav today, buddy, because I didn't know how long I'd be streaming, so I had an extra can just in case. Juve 1-0 at half time to Shankly Spear. Top man, mate. Thank you. Dara Azizi said it looked like a penalty against Mane. VAR is losing credibility for sure. I don't know what point it has to get to, mate, where the referees get overruled or at least told to go and have a fucking look at the oak, or advised to have a look at the monitor on the side of the pitch. You're going to watch the fight later on tonight, mate. Who was it? Sean Porter against what's the guy's name again? The guy that beat Cadbrook. Fucking hell, I'm drawing blanks here as always. The Truth. What's his fucking name again? Porter again. I can't think of the guy's name. Anyway, you're going to watch the fight later on, mate. How do I always draw blanks when I'm trying to think of somebody's name. Errol Spence Jr. Thank you, Darryl. Yeah, you're going to watch that one later on. I'm going to stay up and watch it. Looking forward to it. The song is called Hey Baby. Hey Henderson, ooh, I want to know, will you concede that goal? Is that what you're looking for? I hope that was alright. My singing's shite, but do you know what I mean? It's a bit of fun, isn't it? What else we got? Mane didn't even protest for the penalties at Aiden Andrews. Yeah, not too much, mate, but that still really shouldn't matter. I think Henderson was getting in the ref's ear about it, to be fair. Dan said, love the streams. Thank you very much, mate. Really appreciate it. Do I rate McGinn at Aston Villa? He looks like a very good player, mate. He does. I'm not going to lie and claim I've watched loads of him, but the bits that I have seen and the reports that I've read about him, he does seem to be a very good player. Himself and Grealish seem to be linking up well there. Stick VAR up your arse and ram it with a ragman's trumpet wide end first at Happily Eggs. Ace Governor said Mana and Salah were awful today. They weren't great. It wasn't their best day, mate. I can't lie. But at the end of the day, it's 3 points. It's 3 points. Craig, I'm your nemesis as I'm drinking Pepsi Max, said Karen. I'll forgive you for that one, Karen. Whatever your own taste is, I'm Diet Coke and Kyo's till I die. But love your singing, said Christine. It's god awful, Christine. But thank you so much for the kind words. Dave Sweeney said Sinead said she loves the chair. That means you're in trouble, Dave. Do you know what I mean? Is she going to make you contact Serendipity and look at getting her one maybe for Christmas or something? But if you do want to contact Serendipity, Dave, make sure you mention our name to them, because they'll give you a £100 discount off a chair like this, or £200 off a 2-seater, £300 off a 3-seater. But more than that, they can make them to any spec that you want. Your streams are great crack, said Tommy Edge. Thank you, buddy. Really appreciate that. Really appreciate all your support. Thank you. Did you say Kyo's? Yum. I did. And you know what? The good folks at Kyo's sent me a wicker basket full of bags of Kyo's goodies when I was over in Florida. My wife sent me a picture to let me know that when I came home there was a lovely big basket of Kyo's crisps here. And I can't thank them enough for that one. So I've always bigged up Kyo's, as you know, on the channel. And lots of love to them. Wonderful Irish family. Making spuds out there, growing spuds out there in Swords in County Dublin. What's my favourite flavour of Kyo's? Cheese and onion. I'm boring, mate. I'm really boring and predictable, but yeah, cheese and onion. Domestic Butlers watching Spurs Southampton. Look, ladies and gents, I'm not going to stay on too much longer. I know you guys want to go and enjoy your Saturday. Maybe give it 5 more minutes, so keep those comments coming. Most importantly, if you haven't yet subscribed, you know what to do. Hit that button. Help us push towards 23k. Busy week ahead. Lots of stuff coming up. As I said, we've got streams every single day except for Tuesday. Champions League stream on Wednesday. We're doing a pre-recorded section with Leicester City FC Boya as well, ahead of that game next Saturday. From here, the team's performance needs to pick up. Some big games in the next month at Happily Eggs. Switch to 4-4-1-1 helped. Origi took advantage, said Lion Farm. He did look very bright when he came on, mate, with his fresh trim as well. Irish James agrees. Cheese and onion are the best by far. They are, mate, aren't they? You gotta love cheese and onion. I don't know if it's a particularly Irish thing, but Aiden Andrews said still can't find Kyo's in London. I did contact Kyo's about that, mate, and they are available in the UK. They're available on, I think, the east coast of America as well. They're available in Asia. I just don't know where to tell you to look, buddy, but I know they definitely do sell them in the UK. Cheese and onion McCoy, said Karen. Oh, you really are my nemesis, my friend, aren't you? Cheese and onion McCoys, you can shtick your McCoys. I mean, this is really kind of cheesy, basically, but Irish people make the best crisps. Do you know what I mean? You can keep your McCoys. Give me me Tato, give me me Kyo's, give me me King crisps, give me me Hunky Dories. Craig, Connor, Brian, and all the mods, thank you for another brilliant stream, said Bernadette. Thank you, Bernadette, for joining us. North Red 3-1 Arsenal. Neil Anthony said, I had a debate with a Man U fan. I argued Maguire would be our 4th choice centre back. What do you think? I think it would be a battle with him and Gomez for the 3rd choice position. If I'm being honest, I mean, he's not an £80 million centre back, but it would be foolish of me to sit here and say that Harry Maguire isn't at least a decent, high quality centre back. He'd be in a struggle with Gomez for that 3rd and 4th position, so you're not a million miles away, Neil. If our Henderson does not do the job, other Henderson does it, said Keshav. Yeah, Henderson's a Henderson, mate. You know what I mean? 3 points is 3 points. Gary Richard said cheese and onion Kyo's. All the way, mate. Forever. Definitely team Kyo's. Any stream tonight asks if and no, mate, no. We've already done what? 12, over 3 hours worth of content today already, so we don't want to overdo it. So I'm going to rest my voice and I'll be back tomorrow at 9:30 with the late night agenda. What happened to salt and vinegar crisps? Nah, Soldier won. Cheese and onion all the way, pal. Right, look, ladies and gents, there isn't really too much more to say. Liverpool have won 16 games in a row now in the Premier League. Liverpool have won 7 from 7 this season so far. A maximum of 21 points. Another clean sheet today for the Reds as well. It wasn't the best performance that we're going to get all season, but you know what? A win is a win is a win. And now it's over to Manchester City this evening to see what they can do at Goodison against Everton. I was going to say Woodison, but I fucked it up. At Goodison against Everton. Craig to invest in Keogh's Park in Wexford. I'm defo one for that. I've no money. I'm broke as fuck. But if Keogh's want me to get on board with anything, love Keogh's. Always happy to help. Look, ladies and gentlemen, the Reds are top of the league. Don't know what else to say. Man of the match for me, I've gave it to Fabinho. A lot of people went for Van Dijk. Some people went for Joel Matip. I mean, it is a suggestive thing. Top of the league to you, say Clive Bromley. And top of the league to you, sir. Top of the league, I mean. Irish pubs in London might sell them crisps at Popeye. Harry Maguire is Steve Bruce's love child with that massive head, said Karen. You're on fire today, Karen, my friend. You're on fire. And keep her lit, lad, said Jay Silver. Look, ladies and gents, enjoy the rest of your Saturday. I will chat to you wonderful people tomorrow. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button before you head off. And if you can do me one favour, if you've already subscribed, give the stream a thumbs up. And don't forget the link below for Football Index if you're looking to sign up. And thank you very much for your time as always. Lots of love to you all. Up the motherfucking Reds. Top of the league, baby.